doesn't get much better.
Oldest bookstore in the world.
Yeah.
Traditional Portuguese music. We're Matt and Nat, a part-time, non-remote travel couple based out of Nashville, Tennessee.
In 2021, we visited all 50 U.S. states. 2022 took our adventures abroad. Now we've set out on a journey to see as many of the 1,000 places to see before you die, before we die.
In our last video, we were eating our way around the city of Lisbon, where we tried more than a dozen delicious Portuguese items.
From tasting port wine for the very first time, to falling in love with the country's most famous pastry, our day exploring the Lisbon food scene was as diverse as it was delicious.
This week, we're continuing our adventures in Lisbon. Welcome to Lisbon.
As one of the oldest cities in the world and the oldest in Western Europe, Lisbon, which is the capital of Portugal as well as the largest city, is known for its fascinating history, vibrant culture, delicious food, and stunning architecture.
If you watched our last video, then you saw us eat our way around this beautiful city, and we highly recommend doing it. But today we're excited to explore a little bit more of the city's culture and history.
Per usual, we only have the day to do, see, and eat as much as possible, and obviously there is no way that we'll be able to fit everything in. So if you want more information and tips for planning your trip to Lisbon, check out our blog. The link is down in the description.
But right now we're gonna start things off with the most loved pastry here in Portugal.
Let's go.
Guys, I'm so excited. We got 6 of them today.
We went big this morning.
If you guys watched our food tour, then you know we are absolutely obsessed with these.
Yeah, but we didn't eat enough of them, so.
No, we didn't, and we haven't tried this place yet.
Yes.
So
this is
so excited.
this is supposed to be one of the best in the city.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I mean,
Delicious.
heaven. These are not as set as yesterday's. They're a little runnier. But
Yeah, a
so
little bit
good.
runnier, and I feel like this pastry is a little thinner than the one we had yesterday, but so freaking good.
I was only gonna eat 2, but then they had a better deal for 6, and so I said, I mean, why not?
There you go.
I was saving it for later.
So my mom makes egg custard pies around all the major holidays, and this is just a little taste of that, but in a Portuguese way. So,
And I love the crust on these.
Oh, yeah.
Like the flaky crust.
yeah,
Oh.
so many layers. It's buttery, it's crispy, and you can find them pretty much at every cafe around the city. They're all over the place. Like Natalie said, it is the most loved pastry in all of Portugal, and it was created right here in Lisbon.
There's a reason why it's the most loved. So eat as many of them as you can. Guys, they had tea. I got really excited because they said chai, but chai means tea. So they were like, what kind of chai do you want? And I was like,
I tried to explain that to her, but
so I got a black tea. You guys know me. Bottoms up.
I went with a cappuccino. That's good. Oh man, this is perfect.
It really is. The weather's
The weather
perfect.
is beautiful.
Oh, the walk over here was beautiful.
Cappuccino is delicious. The egg tarts or pastel de natas are amazing.
This is delish. Now let's go eat the rest of our 4 pistachios. So that was was an amazing breakfast. 3 pistachios went down very easy. But now we're on to the next.
And speaking of on to the next, we want to thank today's sponsor, Olafly, for keeping us connected while traveling.
If you've never heard of Olafly, then you're missing out. It's an eSIM or a virtual SIM card which lets you add a data plan to your device just by scanning a QR code, which is great for traveling, especially without breaking the bank.
Olafly is in over 165 countries and offers 24/7 customer service support, and their data packages range from 1 week to 3 months, and they make it super easy to recharge or top up your plan.
We were so tired of paying $10 to $20 a day from our US mobile phone carriers or wasting precious travel time trying to find public Wi-Fi that making the switch to Olafly eSIM was literally a no-brainer.
All you need to do is purchase your eSIM, you'll receive an instant email delivery, and then you're ready to install your eSIM for your next trip.
We love it so much because it is fast, reliable, cost-effective, and is super convenient since we don't have to buy a physical SIM card from a local carrier.
For instance, on this trip, we have the European Unlimited plan for 5 days, and it costs only $19. And with our code, Adventures of Matt and Nat, you'll save an extra 5% on top of that. We'll put the link and the code down in the description.
Now let's show you how fast this unlimited data is.
We're headed to St. George's Castle right here. Let's get directions, walking time, and start. Let's go.
I'm a little winded because we did a bunch of stairs. Come to find out, there's an elevator, y'all, right there. But that's okay. We're working off those pistachios.
Yeah, I was about to say,
That's
we were doing ourselves a favor.
But I'm all right. Okay, we'll put the elevator location right here just in case you need it and you don't want to be winded. So we made it to the castle. We are in the Alfama neighborhood, which we really enjoy. You could spend hours here just getting lost and looking around. Now, we don't have enough time to go in the castle, but we wanted to show you what it looked like.
And if you are interested in going into the castle on your trip, Get Your Guide, which is a tour provider that we absolutely love and use all the time. They do offer tickets and tours. We'll put the link for that down in the description. And just know that the castle is not all original, not even close. The restoration, for the most part, happened in the 1940s from what I understand, but it really makes a cool experience. Also, I hear that they have some awesome views once you go in, but there's also a viewpoint just down the street, so we're gonna go check that out now.
This place is super cute. The tile, there's a musician playing.
Yeah, there's an incredible view of the river, so highly recommend.
Now we're about to get on one of the most famous ways to get around the city, Tram 28.
E deixe rolar, deixa rolar que a vida vai dar. Tem de acreditar, a vida vai trazer. A logo deixem de sofrer, sim. E a deixa, 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 deixa. E a deixa, 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 deixa. E a deixa, deixa de sofrer. A deixa de sofrer. A deixa de sofrer.
It looks a lot packed, so we will see. Obrigada. Thank you. We got a window spot. €3 per person, but we'll talk about that later.
So we got on the right stop because we got a seat. Now you can see how chaotic it is. Standing room only.
Showing off the iconic Tram.
28.
So Tram 28 is iconic, and I can totally see why. I'm so glad that we got seats. I mean, you literally are like inches by things. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
But also, don't make the mistake that we did and forget to load your Metro card before getting on, because when you get on and have to pay on board, it's going to cost you €3 per person, and I think it's like $165 or something.
What I recommend is getting the 24-hour pass.
Yeah.
You won't regret it. You'll definitely use it around the public transportation.
It'll
here.
definitely save you some money. Also, Tram 28, as you saw, gets very crowded because it is touristy, but it's also local commuters using it. So if crowds bother you, then you might want to check out, I believe it's Tram 12, but we'll put all of this information in the blog. Check that out. The link is in the description.
It was super fun. It is like a one-way situation though, so he dropped us off in a place and now we've got to get back downtown, but
it's fine. It's an adventure.
So fun.
All of these people are waiting to get on Tram 28. They're going to be waiting for hours, so I recommend doing what we did and hopping on somewhere in the middle of the line after some people have gotten on and off. Also, you could start at the other end. From what I understand, it's not quite as crowded down there. Or take the Tram 12. That's another good option.
So we have a little bit of a walk, but Lisbon definitely wins the prettiest sidewalks and pedestrian streets. Like the mosaic stones that they use.
Yeah,
oh,
beautiful.
Stunning. They are slick.
I was about to say, it also wins the slickest sidewalks, but you know, it's a price you pay for beauty. So.
I almost busted it a couple of times yesterday, but I wore sneakers today, so I think I'm gonna be good.
Ladies, do not wear heels.
We got postcards for our patrons. We want to thank every single name down below. You guys truly help out our channel way more than you know, and we honestly love you guys.
If you're interested in supporting our channel and becoming a patron, check out our Patreon page. We'll put the link down in the description. We would absolutely love to have you in the family.
Now we are in front of the Santa Justa lift. It was built in 1902 and was inspired by the Eiffel Tower.
Yep. Now, you can't probably see right now, but there is an extremely long line because even though it is part of the public transportation system, kind of like Tram 28, it's become more of a tourist thing than a local thing. So you might wait a couple of hours to get up, and I think it costs €5 or something like that to go up it. So that said, we are not going to be actually riding it because you can get up to the top and have the same views from right up there
for free.
For free.
You just got to do the walk. So
yeah,
that's what we're going to do.
There's a little bit of workout involved.
Let's go.
Made it to the Carmo Convent, which is back here behind us. It was completed in 1423. Unfortunately, in 1755, when Lisbon had its massive earthquake that demolished a lot of the city, that's when the Carmo Convent lost its roof, and I think they ran out of money.
Pretty much ran out of money to fix it.
So now it's turned into a museum, and it seems pretty incredible, so we're excited to check it out.
That was worth every single penny of the €5. That was cool. What was your favorite part?
I think just the fact that there's so much still intact, but it's still, I mean, it's in ruins at the same time. It's just pretty incredible seeing what was so magnificent at one time just now an open air museum essentially.
I love seeing the sky, like all of the arches plus the sky. Like I've never seen anything like that. That was really neat.
Yeah, it was. And then I wasn't even expecting the back room that was still had the roof on it, which was I guess the main altar area.
Oh, yeah.
I assume so. Really cool.
Can we talk about those mummies? That was weird. I was not a fan. But
yeah,
anyways.
that was kind of creepy.
Yeah, it was. But highly recommend. Totally worth the €5 per person.
Yep.
Now we're gonna go to, I'm so excited for this. If you know me, you know I love bookstores, and this is the oldest bookstore
In the world.
in the world.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to buy a book. Do I want to carry it? No, but we're gonna do it.
I think you have to.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Coming from the US, it is very strange that you can literally just grab any sort of alcoholic drink and just walk around.
So we're gonna take advantage of it right now with something very cold to drink. Oh man, that is so cold and delicious.
Did we get a local beer?
I assume so. I have
Okay,
no idea.
cool.
I just said two
Two beers.
beers.
I want to say that everybody has been so nice.
Yeah.
The majority of people speak English. Definitely recommend learning a couple of phrases.
Yeah.
But everybody's been really, really sweet.
We've really enjoyed the people here.
Guys, we got ahead of ourselves a little bit. I was a little too excited for the bookstore. So right next to the convent, you go down this like little alleyway, and that's where you get to go to the free observation deck that
Yep,
we showed you earlier.
Yeah, at the top of the center, just a lift.
We're gonna do that first and then go to the bookstore.
Hold your horses.
I know, my bad, my bad. All right, let's go.
If you're just dead set on riding the lift, I would suggest coming and riding it from the top down because the line is so much shorter up here. There it is.
How epic is that overlook? And
Yep. It's free, which means it's for me.
anyways, now we're going to the bookstore. We did
Yes.
finish our beers. We didn't get very far with them.
No.
But I'm so excited because Matt said I could buy the whole store if I wanted.
Try it all. I don't care.
But see, I don't want to carry it, so.
Creative sidewalks.
This is what I've been waiting for this entire trip. Let's go. You could smell it. Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't even open my mouth.
I think it's carrying the camera. That's
Oh. This place is massive. Look. Matt's gonna kick me out. I could spend all day in here if they had air conditioning.
what book are you getting?
I don't know. I would really like to get Pride and Prejudice, but I don't know if they have it. So we're gonna look for a little bit and find a book that I want. I should get this. Just kidding. I already have a bunch of these, or I've read them or listened to them recently because they're a bunch of like new books. But I got a classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I don't have a paperback copy of this, so I wanted Pride and Prejudice, but they didn't have it, so it's okay. I'm gonna get it. And you get a stamp that says you got it at the oldest bookstore in the world. So let's go. After an epic souvenir, we are now headed to lunch because we're both starving.
That we are.
We're gonna make a little pit stop along the way because our tour guide from our free walking tour said that we had to get a photo with this sculpture.
Yes. Also, if you're interested in that free walking tour, it was excellent, like 3 hours.
With food tastings.
Yes, link will be down in the description. If you're coming to Lisbon, it's definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely. So the one thing that we didn't eat on our food tour was piri piri or
piri chicken, depending on who's saying it.
So we're gonna try it now for lunch. This place is poppin'. There are no seats available, but we're first in line, I think, for the bar.
I think so.
I don't know. We're just gonna figure it out.
They were super kind, but I think that's what I understood him saying. But the place is called Casa de Índia.
And they don't serve any Indian food,
Yes,
which
they don't
is so
serve
funny.
Indian food. So it looks delicious though, and looks very local. So it's gotta be
for
good.
sure. It's so chaotic in here. We just got our food. I had a French fry, delicious. The piri piri I put on my bread. It's so hot.
So hot.
But we're gonna dive in now. We're like so close with so many people, so I'm sorry. We'll have to talk later. That was as local as it gets.
What an experience.
We literally had the chicken that was grilled and roasted right there. It was so good.
Yep, you get real close with your neighbors.
Oh yeah, what did you say?
Mine and the guy next to me, our arm hair was brushing together our whole meal. I about picked up his bread because it was sitting right beside my hand, so, you know.
It's so funny, cultural differences. Like, they just lay their bread next to their elbow. No plate, nothing. I looked at Matt and I said, that's not your bread. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up.
Thank you, 'cause I
Don't
was
pick it
about
up.
to.
And then their soup came and it was on our table and Matt joked that he was gonna dip his bread into the soup.
It looked
and
good.
I would have died. Anyways, highly recommend. I love the piri piri sauce.
Yes,
so
it was,
good.
It was, there's the tram.
Tram 28.
Yeah, the piri or piri sauce was really good. I've never had a flavor like that before.
No,
really.
I haven't either.
I mean, I had piri on my beef fauna sandwich in our food tour, if you haven't watched that video, but I didn't really get put a lot on it because I wasn't sure how spicy it was. Today, I really got to try it, and I really liked the flavor of it.
It was really good, and even just the chicken alone was so good.
Yeah, I will say the piri sauce for me was pretty spicy. Natalie, some reason said it didn't bother her, which is usually the opposite of our situation.
I don't know if it's just because I used less,
maybe so.
I don't know what it was, but the fries were really good. The rice, a little left to be desired there, but on to the next.
Yeah, see what else we can get into.
Yesterday, and it's such a cute little area, very Instagram-y.
The Pink Street, I'm sure there's a more proper name for it, but everybody just knows it as Pink Street because it's pink.
So Time Out Market is an awesome food hall experience.
Yep.
We're gonna use it for the bathroom, but if you are here for longer, highly recommend checking it out.
Yes, but we're still kind of full from lunch.
Yeah.
So.
Whoa, baby. This place looks amazing. I wish I was hungry. So that place is amazing.
Yes.
So highly recommend. It was very overwhelming, a lot of people.
And there's free bathrooms, so.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it
smells
amazing, doesn't
so
it?
good. All right, let's see if we're gonna do a ride.
Tuk-tuks aren't traditional to Lisbon or Portugal at all. They've gained a ton of popularity in the last 20 years or so from what I understand, mostly because tourists love them and they can navigate the really narrow streets here in Lisbon easily, but we figured we'd give one a try.
I mean,
so
why not?
let's do it.
That was was so much fun. I wish I would have put my hair up, but it was a blast. And Pablo,
yep.
he was so knowledgeable. We learned so much.
Yep, and I know it is a touristy thing or a more touristy thing, but guess what? We're tourists and it was great.
Hey, it's better than an Uber ride. Like, we actually learned stuff. And
that was pretty much our other option was Uber, and that's not nearly as entertaining.
No, that was 100% worth it. We're now in a neighborhood called Belém.
Belém or Belém, depending on who's saying it.
Yeah, and we're here at the tower.
Yeah, this whole area is kind of all about the discoveries. Vasco da Gama is actually buried in the monastery here in Belém or Belém. So yeah, let's go explore it.
Yeah, there's so many museums.
It's very different already because Belém is very flat.
Yeah.
And the rest of Lisbon, with our experience, has not been.
I mean, it's known as the City of Seven Hills, so let's go explore.
All right, let's do it.
This place is awesome. I wish we could spend a lot more time here. The vendors, there's so many people.
Oh yeah, the whole park and the surrounding area around the Belém Tower is just so much fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's out, they're playing games. I mean, right now the weather is absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, there's music, there's food, it's awesome. So highly recommend. Now we're going to
the place that invented the pastel de nata, but here they call them pastel de Belém.
And it's the only place in the world that you can get them.
I was gonna order 2 and now it was like, let's do 4.
I can't believe that Matt called me out about the 4, but he is not wrong. They come in these cute little to-go containers, and they actually hold 6. So I said no to 6 and I went with 4. Anyways.
Also, my bad, I think I said earlier that the Pastéis de Belém was created at that spot. I think they were actually just the first people to sell them because they were actually created at the Geronimus Monastery, which is pretty much right next door.
Yeah, what we just passed.
Yeah, the monks there created them back before the 18th century,
So what
I
they
believe.
used to do is they would take their egg whites and starch their clothes, so they had a lot of egg yolks left over, so they made these pastries.
Yep, and now we get to enjoy them hundreds of years later.
I'm so excited. So they give you powdered sugar and cinnamon in packets. We're eating all 4, whether Matt knows it or not, because I'm not carrying them in my purse. Should I carry 2 around? Okay, I'm gonna carry 2 around. Maybe we'll have them for sunset.
You can never have too many pastel or pastéis de nata or de Belém in this case.
And I'm so excited.
When you're in Lisbon.
No, cheers. Oh my God. These are set a little bit more than the other one.
I haven't had a bad one yet.
Honestly, I haven't either.
All right, food ASMR coming your way.
I mean, that crunch.
The perfect afternoon snack, breakfast, evening snack.
It was worth running over here for because we were trying to beat the crowds.
I agree, and we did.
There's a line
There's a
though.
line wrapped around the building now, and there wasn't anyone in line when we got here.
Thank God.
They go down easy, y'all.
Get 100.
Now that we got our afternoon snack finished up, we're gonna go and see Lisbon by boat.
Checked in for our boat tour. We made it on time.
It was about a almost 20-minute walk to get here, so
my gosh.
we practically sprinted. So we made it on time though. We're not missing our reservation tonight. If you haven't watched our food tour video,
Yeah, just watch
go
it.
watch
You'll get it.
and you'll get it.
But what's really cool about Lisbon by boat is it's right next to
the Monument to Discoveries.
The thing is massive. I've always seen pictures of it, but I didn't realize how big it was.
Thank you. I'm in heaven. Doesn't get much better. And what was it again? Tremoso.
Alright, what'd you get?
Well, I've had to be schooled multiple times now on how to say this, but this is tremoso. And apparently this little guy right here, you bite that. She said you squeeze, oh gosh. All right, this is gonna take some work, guys.
Oh my gosh, Mom.
It comes out like that, right there.
No, don't you?
They're salty, a little bit of a nutty flavor, but not really like a powerful flavor. More salt than anything, but not overly salty. But an excellent little snack with beer. Let's see if I can do it again without launching the tremoso across. Oh, choke on that thing. I was launch it in the back of my throat like that. Let's try again. And then you didn't have to launch it halfway across the boat that time. All right, your turn.
Do I eat this part?
Look at you. You learn from my mistakes.
I did. That's interesting. It's got like a chickpea texture. It'd be a little harder than a chickpea, but I don't mind it. Tremoso, I think. This is exciting. Can we just say that Matt said, hey, turn it on, film me.
Do your job.
Film it.
They are Portuguese boiled peanuts. Similar texture, like if a boiled peanut is not boiled all the way. It's a little bit firm, mostly salty, not a ton of flavor other than that. I like it, yeah. Portuguese boiled peanuts. If you're from the South, you get it.
The best. I highly recommend it. We're gonna put the tour in the description. You gotta book ASAP, okay?
For sure.
This 1000% makes up for the fact that we missed our reservation in the last video.
Absolutely. So I know we've already said it, but that was absolutely incredible.
Oh my gosh.
We can't recommend it enough.
Book it now, like seriously. The boat was beautiful, the people were amazing, like
the staff
highly
was
recommend.
excellent. I mean, there's just nothing to complain
and
about
that
there.
sunset, I mean, what? So
our captain said they only have to cancel like 15 times a year due to weather, so
15,
that tells you the kind of sunsets they probably get here pretty regularly. So book your trip with Lisbon by boat.
he even even said that January and February were some of his favorite tours that he does.
Yep.
And I'm like, you guys don't close for any season? And he said no.
Yeah, he said it's some of the most beautiful sunsets. So if you're here in the winter season, book a trip with him.
And now we're headed back to the city center to listen to some of the most traditional Portuguese music. This place is very poppin', so we're gonna see if we can get a table.
It's very poppin' and very small.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. Okay, so we went to the wrong place. It kind of has the same name. I think they're all the same owners or something. They're all connected.
So there's 2 restaurants and then there's a wine and tapas bar. Obviously, since we don't speak the language, we kind of messed it up.
So
but, yeah. So now we're gonna see if we can get a seat at the Fado wine and tapas bar. But
they're singing right now, so we're not gonna be able to get in for a little while. So, well, we're gonna hope for the best.
We might just stand outside and listen to Fado music. So. So what I assume was kind of like the bouncer here, which was a super sweet older gentleman. I think he saw our cameras and said he wanted to get us into the Fado, but they're full. He told us to wait here, and then he said a lot of other stuff in Portuguese. We all smiled and laughed, and then he left. So we're just gonna wait here.
I'm literally crying just because it was really sweet. He seemed so genuine and sweet, and I still don't know what he said.
Natalie literally, he said something and just looked at us and said, I have no idea what that means.
Just spoke with the owner. We gotta wait about 10-15 minutes and we might get in.
We'll see.
I'm excited. We got in.
Oh yeah.
Não voltam à moraria. Esses tempos que lá vão não voltam à moraria. Voltou esta vez ao caminhado, pois eu já percorri a fama inteira que não vi mais de amor, que eu para ti já nada sou, com tua mãe. A ver se pergunta à lua a razão por que não arde. Outro no chão a bater. Outro no chão a bater. Outro no chão a bater.
So honestly, I didn't have really any expectations for Fado, but man, did that place exceed everything. It was such an awesome, authentic, and local experience. I can't recommend it enough.
It's a hole in the wall to the definition of hole
in
in the
the
wall.
best of ways.
It's about 10 feet wide, holds about 35 people, my best guess, and that's including the musicians.
Yeah.
But everyone was so accommodating, all the staff, the owner held her. I mean, he made sure we were taken care of. And when I say all the staff, I also mean all of the Fado singers, because everybody that we thought was just a waiter or a waitress or a bouncer.
Or a bouncer. He was actually a singer and he sang so good. And I was like, oh my God, we're friends, even though we don't speak the same language. Yeah, it was great.
So if you come to Lisbon, definitely put a Fado show on your itinerary. And we can't recommend where we went enough. I would try to say it, but I think I would butcher the name. But make your reservations now, because they do book up fast.
You won't regret it. But unfortunately, that ends our time here in Lisbon. And honestly, I'm really sad and I can't wait to come back.
We've fallen in love with this city, and we hope that you have as well through watching this video. But if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because we're on a journey to see as many of the 1,000 places to see before we die, and we would love to have you on the journey.
We'll see you guys next week. This is some behind the scenes stuff. A lot of you guys don't know that we literally take our thumbnails with this tripod. We get here at the crack of dawn before everybody else is up so we can take photos with beautiful places. Matt does all the magic. I just stand there and smile. And he tells me not to open my mouth too much because I'm excited.
Yeah, that's true.
It really is. So now we're gonna eat, what? Oh, I thought you were
So just saying everything about it.
Oh, everything is about.
Everything is about it.
No, do it again. Somebody was buried in there. I don't know, Matt. Okay. I'm cutting that part out. You paying for this or me?
You.
On your card? That I'm an authorized user on? Sold it. How long has it been there? Oh my gosh. I thought that was you. Wrap these up. I think so. That's going good with his whole peanuts and his beard.
Feels like South Carolina.
Does it though?
14. Feel like I'm on Hartwell.
Does it look like I'm driving?
I can't tell. Let's go.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah. I wonder how I could get some of that.
We're waiting in line. Hopefully this beer will make Matt loosen his wallet.
So cold and nice.
I have to learn how to make these.
Yes, you do.
You do too.
I'm an actor. Oh, look at me. Oh, yes. Okay, like this.
Portugal is the best place to come.
It is, yeah.
We have a good shops, vintage shops, restaurants,
Everything.
bars,
That's right.
nightlife. I hope you enjoyed
All of it,
We
yeah,
did.
it was
We
great.
did.
so much. Cheers from Lisbon.
Cheers.
Cheers from Lisbon. Have a good night, guys.